Welcome to the show. Present Vince Douglas Gregory. Yes, back. Amazing show that I have lined up for you. And here's the thing. Does it present at the game for the club to be successful and or properly run, depending on who you are? That is formulated as a topic. I'd have to say it really does not. It does look or come off a certain way, depending on it's being ran or run to begin with. Will give depending on if he's present. But I'd suggest and I'd say free advice. If you are going to not show up and be there more often than not, I'd suggest you at least show up and be there. Team oriented, a team goal, or you are it's not or it wasn't under your time of ownership. Those definitely have to have a ceremony for and definitely have to be present for. Anything else is asking a lot. I know some fans, some fanatics will they would have to be there all the time. I get it. I understand. Us fanatics, whatever sport anyway, because this team is something that we enjoy. This team is a part of our identity. Of course, we're going to want to be there all the time. Of course, we are going there all the time. So taking the fan glasses off, taking the fanatic point of view away and looking at it from a business, using this as a means to an end or some other reason that's not in line with that him or her does not show up and does not attend and is not sure that the business is moving along. They are doing other things to the funds they needed or the funds that's needed, the funds that's nesting along. In other words, if they really don't care, something to do, status symbol or what have you, be just doing nothing and have money and make money, fine, cool, okay, no worries, no issues, or signing papers and or both, or doing something else, period, because they want to do something else and not attend and not necessarily be around. See how you operate. I see how you work. I would probably not want the other 90. Let's do it. Let's go. And looking at it from that point, it was definitely a team or a sport would want to see it firsthand, because if it's operating correctly, if like a well-oiled machine running like makes money, a business that the majority of the people are happy with and to associate with. Make sure that things are working out. I wouldn't be an absent owner in that sense, because if things were messing up or going left, my left, your right, then I would want to be able to put my finger as soon as possible on the issue. Now, if it was something that I was just using, still want it to be the best, because if something's attached to my name, if something a brand, I would want it to be the best. I would want it to seem competent. The greatest thing since sliced bread. Definitely the greatest thing since the if I was using this a franchise of whatever sport and it was my own money, only way of getting funds, I definitely would not show up all the time. I make sure that the ends justify the means. I'm cutting corners, not necessarily at the bottom line, because the bottom line is more important than the top, or being on top, or being the top, and making sure that I had a fall guy, an escape route, an escape plan to place the blame. I would not want that kind of energy coming back on me, because it's not that I wouldn't know what to do. I just wouldn't want to be put in that situation. And I'm not speaking from experience, obviously, of course. I am empires. I'm not gonna call them evil empires, because evil empires are they really evil for wanting to be the best by any means necessary. Well, a few organizations will go the cheating route. You know who you are. I don't need to. And I'm just saying this from observation. I'm just saying this from what I see. I'm just saying this from the bad organizations that I see. That's how they operate, or that's how their owners operate, just being absent, not showing up, doing that. That's from experience. That's from me seeing how they want to do things. And some of the good operations, the better operations is, but hey, there's always nuance. There's always room for them here. It's not black and white. It's that gray area that you have to worry about. For owners to be and show up at every game, it's not necessarily important that they are making sure that, and they're putting everything into making sure show up for those occasions, those milestones, those accolades. Those you have to. You can't tap out. You can't raise your hand and claim to be present. That is a no way out. But the other instances where you're not doing what you need to do, you're not being available and making the funds available, and the other thing that comes with being bad organizations, you'll have a revolt or a revolution on your hands. But the imaginary kind, where your fan base either wear paper bags over their head to quit the organization. They're too proud to quit the team. They'll put that paper bag over their head. They'll put that paper bag over their head, cut some eyes out so they can. Some even take it a little further. Why? Because they getting clowned. Why? Because the organization, clowns do. Clowns make you laugh. Ha 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 ha. Clowns are jokes. Ha 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 ha. Clowns get no respect. So they dress up like clowns. They show up to the match. They show up to whatever it may be like a clown. Or they make memes of clowns. Or they talk about clown college. Regardless, who quits to an organization? Who quits a team after hoping, wishing that things will come good? That I just pointed out. Or if the fan base have a plan, they will protest to say, hey, no more. We don't want to, direction this is going. But I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Testing, making noise. How is this possible? How can they be able to do this? Branding. It's all about advertising. It's all about the dollar bill. It is a business, and I'm not knocking it for that. So a loyal fan base that is together on these matters, and they don't like the direction of the operation. They don't like the direction where it's going. They don't like where it's been for the past, let's say, the revenue is steady growing, going up. That's getting put out there for them to see, for them to possibly be entertained by, isn't something that you would recommend to your worst enemy on his best day, saying that ain't no knife there. And so if it's being fanatics and fans coming together when it's all about the revenue, money, regardless, and don't want, that's the kind of attention that brands don't want to be attacked trying to sell something or trying to get eyeballs. It's losers. But now disgruntled people are gonna have that emotion, that feeling tied into or advertising, and it's not gonna be something that they look at and it's like, I want to buy that, I want to get that, I need that in my life. Looking at, I need some of that. Oh, you part of that. You belong with some other things. And so some brands will pull out, some advertising will pull out, open up eyes. That is what grabs attention. That is for some of the organization, for some of the owners, and show their frustration, not only with the paper bags, not only with the clowns to games, whether it's not purchasing tickets anymore, whether it's just letting, for whatever reason, that they are unhappy in the bad way, and they are doing all of that. Yeah, that's what gets attention, turns the light on. That's what it takes for some organizations to understand and realize that too many people in this clown. Too many people are in this clown. We need to make an emergency stop. And down in the direction we're going is a place that I don't want to go to. Hey, it's too dark. Let's go ahead and shine the light. Shine through. Go. Then that would help. A and some F. Still and give AF. And that's when dig in. That's when you have to do it for a long period. But this is gonna have to be multiple seasons until everybody else or all the other teams that's associated with that sport is going up revenue while yours is barely going up. And notice I didn't say going down, because at this point everything is increasing, everything is going up. Put some form of to go to this sporting event, they will proven otherwise. And I will say, and wait for my answer on the other side, but that'll take too long. I will other side, but that would take too long. Go ahead and be wrong, or prove yourself right, or some version of that. But I'm not gonna wait on what 80% of you thinking. I know what 80% of you percent. Don't worry. I'm speaking from experience with most of them. Been bad for a long time, or have different county owners, incompetent or incompetent or incompetent. They all got that in common, incompetence. One group is trying to change it around. I give them credit. Team I like, owners or ownership is sort of turning it around. It only took a few decades, but who's counting? It only took who's counting? The other ones, incompetence. And one incompetence is not the same as the other. You could just, one is plug in, but they're different about the sport. The other one has no clue about the sport, but the one could be relevant, not happening. The other one, no clue, couldn't, it's fine, it's okay. The money's gonna keep flowing. And the other one, incompetent, now they are about definitely looking at other revenues or ways to get revenue out of the team or via the team and via the topic It's a pretty interesting one, and it's the first time that I've actually tackled it. You enjoyed it? I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it as well. Then increase knowledge. You're welcome. You're welcome. It isn't the end all be all. It has no correlation with a team being good play that determines whether or not the team is going to be good. However, for the owner to show up either for ceremonies, of course, and maybe just to know that, just so the fans and the fan base can know that you are still breathing, even though you aren't breathing. Think about that one. Think about that one. While you're thinking about that, let me know, let them know, and let anybody. What are your reasoning wanting an owner there, or does it matter? In the long, the organization is competent, and if you're not winning, you're closer to part of clown anything in paper bags. That I tried.